Alain de Botton's wisdom on relationships. The truth we ignore. We think Lord feels because we chose the wrong person, but the truth is far deeper. Relationships break not from betrayal, but from the emotional skills we were never taught. Behind every breakup lies through misunderstanding and old wounds disguised as adult behavior. If Lord feels harder today, gives maybe the moment everything becomes good. Because the same reason relationships fall apart is the same reason they can be saved. Most people believe they fall in love with the right person. Alain de Botton says the truth is far more uncomfortable. We fall in love with what feels familiar, even when familiar is unhealthy. And just like that, you're pulled into the mystery of modern love, a place where fantasy cries into reality, and relationships rise or collapse based on the stories we tell ourselves. De Botton, one of the most influential modern philosophers of the heart, teaches a truth many people evade. Love is not something we find, it's something we learn. This simple idea changes everything. Because if love is a skill, then relationships demand practice, patience, and emotional maturity. And yet most of us enter love like amateurs expecting professional results. He explains that the real work of love begins after the first excitement fades. That's when the illusions fall away. In the early days, we admire someone because we don't know them well enough to see the shadows. But months later, when disagreements happen, when habits innate us, when imperfections shirk us, this is where the story of real love begins. And it is the Botton's bold claim: we're not bad at relationships because we've loved the raw person. We're bad at relationships because no one ever taught us how to love. Think about that. We spend years studying math, history, science, but no one teaches communication, patience, forgiveness, or how to manage conflict without destroying trust. We walk into relationships with hearts full of hope but minds full of unexamined emotional patterns. In today's world, this allays at everyone. A partner who shuts down during arguments isn't cold. They may have grown up in a home where speaking up led to punishment. Another partner who overreacts isn't dramatic. Maybe they were ignored as children, and conflict now feels like abandonment. Modern relationships colored with old wounds disguised as personality traits. De Botton calls gives the psychological baggage of love. Every person carries a suitcase filled with childhood emotions, insecurity, fear, longing, pride, shame, and we unpack it soilingly into the lives of the people we date. But here's the life-changing lesson. Love requires curiosity more than certainty. Instead of thinking my partner is impossible, De Botton suggests asking, what an offer might be hiding behind the reaction? That shift transforms relationships. Curiosity softens anger. Empathy replaces assumptions. Two people stop fighting each other and start fighting the problem together. Another crucial idea from De Botton is that compatibility isn't found, it's built. We think soulmates just click, but De Botton argues that real soulmates are forged, not discovered. They grow through late-night conversations, difficult confessions, and the courage to say, "This hurt me," or "This matters to me," or "I'm afraid of losing you." In modern dating culture, people run at the first sign of discomfort. But he reminds us that discomfort isn't a sign of the wrong partner. It's a sign that growth is happening. De Botton also reveals a painful truth about arguments. Most fights are not about the topic. They're about the unmet emotional need behind the topic. You're not angry because your partner came home late. You're angry because you felt unimportant. You're not upset about the dishes. You're upset because you feel alone in the responsibility. When couples learn to name the emotion instead of attacking the person, everything changes. Now, imagine employing this to present-day relationships, situations we all recognize. A man withdraws when overwhelmed, and his partner thinks he no longer cares. A woman becomes defensive when criticized, and a partner thinks she refuses to improve. Two people who could deal to each other apart not because they're wrong for each other, but because they're unskilled in love. De Botton says the biggest relationship myth is expecting our partner to just know what we need. But love isn't mind reading. It's communication. Cuddle, soft, honest communication. In today's fast-paced world, where people for vulnerability gives us a rare skill and a powerful one. Another of his insights hits harder. Lord is most tested not when things are beautiful, but when they are inconvenient. When someone disappoints you, when they hurt you unintentionally, when their imperfections collide with your expectations. That is the moment love becomes a chase, not a feeling. And here's the deeper truth he teaches. A good partner isn't someone who makes you feel perfect. A good partner is someone who makes you feel safe enough to be imperfect. This idea alone can save countless relationships. In modern culture, people chase perfection, perfect bodies, perfect lifestyles, perfect romance. But the Botton reminds us that humans are flawed, and loving someone is accepting their humanity, not the highlight reel. His final message is the one that resonates most. Lord is a commitment to show out even when feelings fluctuate. Feelings rise and fall late tides. They are not reliable guides. Discipline, understanding, and emotional responsibility carry relationships through storms. If you understand this, truly understand it, you unlock the secret many people never learn. Lord isn't magic. Lord is behavior. Lord is skill. Lord is patience applied daily. Lord is two imperfect people refusing to get up on each other. And in a world where relationships fall apart over misunderstandings, silence, or played, the Botton offers hope. The person who is best for you is not the one who airs your worldview, but the one who is committed to repairing the relationship when it breaks. That's the wisdom modern relationships desperately need. Not fantasy, not perfection, but repair, effort, and emotional courage. If you carry this wisdom into your relationships today, you don't just love better, you live better. And that, perhaps, is a real miracle as Alain de Botton philosophy.